Hi, my name's Preston, and I work at Frictionless Commerce as a conversion optimization specialist.
And my name is Rishi. I am the founder of Frictionless Commerce. Started the company 9 years ago, and I work very closely with Preston.
Great. So, Rishi, can you tell us a little bit about something that we do here every day, and that's deconstruction and finding hidden gems?
Yeah, I'd love to. So basically, the way I look at it and the way we look at it is that deconstruction is the process where we are going through every single pixel, every single word, and every single emotion that is being expressed by the target. And so let me first of all tell you what a target is. So a target could be one page, it could be a sequence of pages, it could be a part of one page. Whatever it is that we or the client determines is a point of friction, that is what we define as a target, and then deconstruction is done on the target. So the purpose of deconstruction is to essentially systematically break down the target so we can separate these things into these three dimensions. And the reason why we are doing that is because we are trying to identify hidden gems within the target. And the reason why we're trying to identify the hidden gems within the target is because one of the big misconceptions that marketers have about how users use the web is that we assume that if something is on a page or if something is linked to from a page, that everyone's going to discover it. And having done hundreds of usability tests and hundreds of experiments, we know that 87% of what is on a page is virtually invisible, even if the person who created the page can clearly see it's visible. So shoppers have very low attention spans and they don't notice stuff. So the purpose of deconstruction is to actually really systematically work through that whole process and identify what the assets are and how visible they are. So it's a long answer, but that's what I mean. That's what we think about
Yeah.
deconstruction.
Could you give an example of one of the more common hidden gems that we find that we think could definitely drive conversions?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to think about that. So, um, I think so. I'll give you one simple example. There are actually two examples that are very common, and I think anyone watching the video can relate to it. Is that there are, when it comes to e-commerce, and not that our work is specifically exclusive to e-commerce, but I would give this example from e-commerce. So the two examples from e-commerce are return policies and about us pages. Now we know from data, this is very clear. If you segment out your users and you say, okay, what is the conversion rate of people that go to my about us page, you will find that people who go to your about us page have a conversion rate that is at least 4 times higher than the site average. Similarly, you'll find that people that go to your return policy page and review your return policy page, assuming you have a fairly decent return policy, will complete their checkout at a much higher rate. On the flip side, you will also find that very few people in as a proportion are going to your return policy page or your about us page. So that is a simple example of a hidden gem that we typically notice when we are doing deconstruction. And sometimes clients will say, well, our return policy is very obviously findable. If someone's interested in finding it, they can find it, and the data is very clear on this, that very few people actually go to your return policy. So as marketers, we have to first of all assume that people don't see it. 87% of stuff is invisible, and then once you understand it's invisible, you have to then you have to bring that content to the user. And so we have a bunch of tactics to do that, but that is the purpose of deconstruction.
Yeah. So another thing I've noticed while working here is that one of the things we discuss a lot is video on websites and how it's often kind of hidden within like an image gallery on a product detail page, or it's somewhere deep on the About Us page. And these are always great things to either increase like personality or kind of make things more visual for the user. Especially now that it's 2018 and we're seeing videos on websites more and more often. But like I said, we always see those things hidden on a website. So, but do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I mean, the way I look at it is that every single business we've worked with over the last 9 years is absolutely remarkable in very specific ways that are amazing. Like if you are selling dog wheelchairs, or if you are selling, an indestructible dog bed, and these are remarkable businesses. But what's really interesting, and what we kind of find through deconstruction, is that they are telling their story in a way that is not accessible to most users that have a low attention span. And therefore, we have to kind of recalibrate our thinking. At the end of the day, if you have an amazing story and if your users don't discover that story, then you don't have an amazing story. And that's really what deconstruction does. It helps you discover that. And to add to that, another dimension that makes deconstruction so important is most people are looking at their websites from the desktop version. They look at their website, they share links when they're kind of showing us concepts on their desktop. Well, 60 to 80% of people that are actually buying your products or at least exploring your website are on their mobile devices. So deconstruction has to be done on the dimension of the device as well. So when we do deconstruction, we don't just do it for the desktop, we also do it for the mobile version, because we may discover that because it's responsive, certain things are being hidden that you didn't even consider because you're just looking at the desktop.